Okay, Jay.
Let us finish this off because we're just finishing
Yeah,
up.
I'll
Then we'll do
respond to you.
that.
So there's two verses. One of them, let's go to Psalm chapter 75, verse 3.
Psalm 75.
She's not a woman. I don't fucking care about that.
Read the book of Job as well for him, where it says the surface of the earth is round, like a ball.
And where is that?
It's in Job 22.
Job?
Yeah, Job 22.
The humans look like ants.
Job where?
Job 22.
Yeah, Job 22.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mohammed.
The earth on the earth, isn't that right?
I don't remember.
Can someone help Jay with a verse? He can't find it. He doesn't know.
This is the Psalms, yeah? What genre of writing is the Psalms?
That's an interesting question. Obviously, the Psalms is David.
Well, they've got
What medication? This is something which man is my creator. I have a brain.
If you want to claim that it's a metaphoric, it's a metaphorizing. I believe the Psalms, just like the Old Testament in general, has a range of different kinds of writing.
what genre is the Psalms?
Well, I think it's not just one genre. That's my point.
Okay, so what genres are in the
Have you
Psalms?
looked into the exegesis of the Psalms?
Just tell me what genre in the Psalms.
What do you mean?
So you know it's
Can you tell what verse it is?
You know it's
I don't remember the word.
He should know it.
If it was just Psalms,
He should know it. How can he not know the
it
verse?
was also Job chapter number 9, verse 6.
Exactly.
Now we're moving away from.
But then you're ignoring
Now,
the verse 20.
After all, we are human as well.
You're adding words to my Bible. You know what it says?
I'm saying if you look at Job chapter number 9, verse number 6, in that verse it says that there are pillars of the earth. Now for me, my understanding, my limited understanding, it would be very difficult,
Wait.
but it would be difficult for me to conceive that there's a round earth which is supported by pillars. So I would,
Who told you to conceive that?
well, I mean, that's what Job chapter number 9, verse number 6 says. That's what Psalms chapter number 75, verse number 3 says. That's what Acts chapter number 10, verse number 11 says, where it says the four corners of the earth. I don't think a round ball has four corners. So if you're telling me to corroborate...
So let me help you out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me help you out. Job has got a lot of pictorial things. You know what it's about? It's about God describing how He created the earth. It's about God describing His power.
and
God
made it flat
describing-
earth.
God, no, don't say that. God
Well, he
describing
made
His
it all.
Can you not put pillars on the earth?
Can
So
you
are you
show-
going against the Bible now? Because the Bible is quite clear. It's saying that there are pillars of the earth.
Let me respond to you.
It's either that it's a metaphor on all three occasions, or that it's not a metaphor anyway. Even Ezekiel chapter number 20,
don't be
verse
careful.
number 20.
You can't say it's metaphor on all three occasions,
Okay,
it's not, or it's not. You don't just make that kind of claim about the Bible.
Okay, so what is it? Is it a metaphor?
So you
Or
didn't.
not?
You didn't.
You
wanna-
make it when it refers to metaphor, then you do
So is
say it's
Job-
metaphor.
is Job
want to-
9:6
But there are
a
also
metaphor?
claims it makes.
Is Job 9:6
Where?
There's lots of
Isaiah
things.
40,
You didn't want to acknowledge.
talks about
You
the
didn't want to
circle of the
acknowledge.
earth.
Isaiah 40:22.
You didn't want to acknowledge that there's different genres of writing, so it's not all literal.
I mean, you just
It's
tell
not all
me,
literal.
but you teach me.
When-
You teach me.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's
Get
not
me
all
an
literal
exegete.
because the Bible at the same time talks about being suspended. The Bible at the same time talks about. Are you listening?
Yeah, 100%. I was
The
getting
Bible
that.
at the same time talks about the earth being suspended. The Bible at the same time talks about the fact that
Suspended by pillars. If you put it all together,
Let me finish. God supports it. God supports it, so He uses this as a metaphor.
Okay,
but
with pillars,
but you talked about flat Earth, and I have to do the comparison. When we see the flat Earth issues in the Quran, and we see the exegetes, we see Jalalain saying things like this: as for His words laid out flat, and it's talking about Surah 88, 17 to 20. Yeah, that's what it is. Laid out flat. This on a literal reading suggests that the earth is flat, which is the opinion of most of the scholars of the revealed law.
you mind if-
Hold on.
Yeah, but you'd allow me to answer,
I
yeah?
will, but when I finish.
Okay, you said that.
No,
So everyone heard that.
I haven't finished. I haven't finished.
You can
yeah?
finish, you can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And not a sphere, as astronomers say, have it. Even the latter does not contradict any of the pillars of law.
Okay,
so let me clarify.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Tasfir Jalalain is saying fundamentally, it is flat.
Okay.
And he's saying anybody who is saying that it's not flat, anyone who's saying it's not flat is in error. He's saying that the scholars agree. So now, hold on.
Now you allow me to finish.
I will, but let me finish.
Because then it would be scared.
Let me finish. Now in the 21st century,
Yes.
and bear in mind, you don't find anywhere in my Bible where it says the earth is flat, and anybody who disagrees is in error. But I found Jalalain and the earliest
would you like- would you like-
Can I finish?
Sarah, would you like-
I will.
Yeah? Okay, she said she will.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jalalain is saying most of the scholars of the revealed law,
Yeah.
it's the opinion of most of the scholars, it is not a sphere, as the astronomers say.
Nice.
A very clear.
Do you mind if I just tell you one thing to the people? Because the people want to know now. What do the early exegetes of Islam say about the shape of the earth? Now, if we look at Ahmad ibn Hanbal, who died in 241 after Hijrah, he said that the earth was round. Now, Ibn Taymiyyah, who is a literalist, very well-known literalist, he writes in Majmu'at al-Fatawa, Kitab al-Arsh, قد أجمع العلماء على أن الأرض كروية. He said that there is ijma', which means consensus of all of the scholars of Islam, that the earth is round. Now, furthermore, no, excuse me, Al-Juwayni.
So suddenly there's agreement by all
So
the
he says
exegetes.
Hold on.
Yet here we find
No,
you've just now looked at Tirmidhi, haven't you?
Allow me.
And Jalalain does not agree with him.
Sarah.
So now we found two that don't agree with
Jalalain
him.
doesn't say what you said, by the way.
Jalalain says it.
No, it doesn't. I'll read it to you in Arabic exactly what Jalalain said. Because you don't know who wrote Jalalain. Who wrote Jalalain? It's quite embarrassing now.
It's not
Let me tell you.
embarrassing,
Who
because
wrote
listen,
Jalalain? Who wrote
if I'm
Jalalain?
relying,
Who really cares? And why is that embarrassing?
Okay, so you can't read
No, no, no,
Jalalain.
if-
You don't know who
hold
wrote
on,
Jalalain.
were you there?
So suddenly now,
Were you there?
And now you're
suddenly now
telling
you're
me
saying
about
Jalalain
Jalalain.
does not
when
say
we're
this.
relying on Islamic sources, so it's not on me you're arguing against. You're actually arguing
Can you
against
read
the Islamic
Jalalain?
sources.
Do you want to
when
read
I'm
Jalalain?
when I'm
I'll read
relying on
Jalalain.
Islamic sources,
Go and see what he says about the
what
earth.
Jalalain says. You're saying
Okay.
it's wrong. So really,
Jalalain doesn't say
it's
that,
a
what you just said.
dispute between Muslims.
Do you know how I know?
Some
Jalalain
Muslims are
doesn't say
saying,
that.
some Muslims are
Okay,
saying
okay,
all the
excuse me,
scholars
excuse
say
me.
it's round.
No,
Some
hold on.
Muslims are
Hold on.
saying all of the scholars say it's
Let's
flat.
be honest. Let's be honest.
So if
Wait, hold on, Sarah,
your
Sarah.
disagreement is not with me.
Well, hold on,
It's
excuse
with
me.
the Islamic
Do
sources.
you allow me? Because now it's got to be two ways.
Okay, Sarah, what you're trying to say is that
No,
he's claiming they all now agree.
No.
Yeah, you have already shown that Jalalain does not agree.
Jalalain
You've
said
just
all
read
of the scholars
Tirmidhi, he does not agree.
Tirmidhi.
Jalalain does agree.
Jalalain says
So you don't know? Okay, let me tell you if you
So
don't
he
know.
doesn't agree.
So they're asking.
If they don't all
All right, so you don't know.
Therefore,
Fine.
there you say.
If they don't know, they're asking each other. They don't know. So let me give you the information, please. Allow it. Allow it to happen. What I'm going to say to you is as follows. Ibn Taymiyyah, who wrote in Kitab al-Arsh in Majmu'at al-Fatawa that there's ijma' consensus the earth is round. Ibn Hazm, who's a literalist, a Zahiri, said the earth was round. Al-Juwayni, who was also head of the one of the major imam of the Shafi'is, he said that the earth was round. Now, had there been some Islamic scholars in the history of Islam that said that the earth is flat? I believe so. Yes, I agree with you. If you read Tafsir ibn Kathir, it seems to me when reading Tafsir ibn Kathir that he might have the illusion that the earth is flat. I personally believe that. Why? Because in his tafsir, I'll make it easier for you. In his tafsir with رَفَعَ سَمْكَهَا فَسَوَّاهَا in chapter number 79 of the Quran, he says about this verse that Allah, He makes things low and then He builds upwards. So it seems to me like, Allahu A'lam, is my tafsir of it, or my understanding, that Ibn Kathir might believe the earth is flat. He was a student of Ibn Taymiyyah. I'm not saying that every alim in the history of Islam has said the earth is round. I couldn't say that. But what I'm saying,
When did the world know the earth was
but
round?
what I am saying is the following, is that when you have someone claiming ijma', which means in Islamic usul,
Now, we've now looked at Isaiah, have we not?
No, but Jay,
When was
you
Isaiah
gotta be
written?
fair. You gotta
800
be
BC.
Be fair.
And Isaiah now says that the earth is round. So does this predate Jalalain and all of their scholars? So we looked at Job. What are the dates for Job? And we also noticed that Job also said the earth is round.
No, it doesn't
And that
say
it is
the
a
earth is round.
curvature, does he
That's a lie,
not?
that's
He
a
says
lie.
it's a curvature of the waters. The waters are curved.
Don't lie about the Bible.
So hold on a minute. So there you have a round earth, do you not?
No, you don't.
Now let me ask you,
The Bible says the
are
earth is
Job
flat.
and Isaiah, do they predate
Job-
Jalalain?
Can I
And do
just-
they predate
yes, they
Ibn
do.
Taymiyyah?
Job
And do
said-
they predate
but
Ibn
Jay,
Taymiyyah?
please.
Yes.
Job
Do they
said-
not predate any of your
I
scholars?
accept, but Job says in chapter number 9, verse number 6 of Job, that the earth has pillars, that God created earth with pillars. I find it difficult to conceive that there is a round earth created with pillars in Acts chapter number 10, verse number 11.
And then you get to Job chapter 25, verse 10, where he says it's curvature. So this is the same Job that you're using for both cases. So there seems, it seems that one must be figurative and one must be actual.
Okay,
so that's why you're needing. You need to look at the genre. So what did she ask at the very beginning? Look at the genre that he's referring to.
But I'll say to Jay, can I say this, please? Jay, what it says here is that the earth is, it says the circle of the earth. You reference Isaiah chapter, Job 20, yeah?
And Isaiah, Isaiah chapter 42.
What is coming is trying to put an interpretation on our Bible, which is not fair. When we go
it said,
to
no,
your
but read the
sources,
Bible properly. It said the circle of the earth.
read the Bible
It says
properly.
this, no, but you said curvature.
So
Where
we
does
read
it
the
say
Bible.
curvature? No, you're lying though. You're not allowed to lie about your own
Mohammed,
scripture.
calm down.
No, but you're saying it says
Mohammed,
curvature. It says the circle.
Mohammed, calm down,
But it says
yeah? I asked you a
circle of
simple
the,
question.
what does it say?
You brought to me
Does it
first-
say curvature or
Mohammed,
the circle
calm
of the
down.
earth? What
You
does it say?
asked me a very simple
Go
question
on.
about Psalms. I simply asked you what genre it is. Because
No,
you
but I
would-
didn't just give you Psalms. I gave you Psalms and
Good,
Job
good,
and
good,
Acts.
good. But you would acknowledge in literature.
And Ezekiel, by the
You
way.
would acknowledge in literature there's different ways of bringing it about.
So why is it in all
ideas.
different kinds of places
You
saying
would-
that the earth has
hold
got
on.
pillars?
You would acknowledge in literature there's different ways of bringing about ideas. You don't just say, because we talk about the sun setting, it literally means that the sun has set. It's set like a baked biscuit. We're not talking about, you understand the way language is used.
Okay, so you're saying it's figurative.
And in our
It's figurative.
presentation, we didn't go into,
figurative.
listen, in our presentation, we didn't even go into FlatEarth. You're the one who brought it
Okay.
up. And then we backed it
I'll
up
tell
with
you what,
sources.
Sarah, just
Mohammed,
be-
stop it.
No,
We
but you're
backed
just
it
shutting me up.
No, just for a while.
Okay, fine.
Just for a
Will
while.
you let me come back?
I will do.
Thanks.
We backed it up with sources when your scholars were saying anybody who says it's not flat, anyone who says it's round is in error.
Okay.
And so
No, but
and
excuse me.
so what we've done, we
but-
didn't go into it. Actually, we didn't go into it because we acknowledged that it could be poetry, it could be allegory. You're the one who came and brought the claim,
no.
and now you're using
No, but
double
now you-
standards because you want to
Sarah,
use
please,
you want to
Sarah,
use
allow me
allegory
to-
with the
look,
Quran,
let me
but
be-
you won't allow us to use
I'm
it with
trying
the
to be nice
Bible.
to you. I'm trying to be
No,
nice to you.
so can you hear my?
I can
Do
see
you hear
your-
my
I
objection?
see your objection.
You're using double standards.
Can you allow me to
You-
answer, please? Yeah?
Can you acknowledge
I acknowledge
on the
what you
double
said.
standards?
I genuinely
Okay.
understand.
Can we?
No, but now you're talking.
Because
Why is it
we
two
need
against
to
one?
wrap this up.
Fine, you can
You
wrap
came
it
in
up.
to interrupt us. We
Fine.
want to continue.
But can I just-
Let us finish this so we can wrap this
Well,
up.
calm down. We're talking.
Please. No, hold on. Let me just say something, yeah? I'm just going to say, just in response to what you said. Look, genuinely, the only way we can get around this, because we've got superimpositions, we're biased, yeah? I'm saying that the only way we can get around this is to look at the classical exegetes of both scholarly traditions. If we go to the Quran and see what the scholars of the Quran said 1,000 years ago, 1,200 years ago, compare it with what the scholars of the Bible have said, the exegetes of that time when they didn't know the earth was round said. Now the only way you can say that we're not biased and we're talking from complete scholarly works is if we use their works to interpret the Bible.
And I'll tell you why it's different. We
So
just have the
I've said
Bible.
to you,
You
Sarah,
have the
Sarah,
Quran.
please.
You have the